So now what I need to do is first of all go to your extensions bar here, search for live server, click on live server, install it. Now after installing it, come back to your HTML file, right? Now once you're in your HTML file, right click on your HTML file, scroll down, you should see what open with live server. Then click on open with live server. After doing that, you should see something like this. I hope everybody can see it now. If you can see it, please give me a thumbs up.
Yeah, mine is open, but the page is blank, like nothing, there's something on it.
Yeah, that's because you've not written anything in your HTML.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, mine is open now.
All right. So who else has the same issue? Mr. Shegun, Mr. Michael.
Yes, mine open blank.
Okay, who else? Huh? Who else is Miss Aminat? Is it open now? Is it open on yours now?
No.
Okay. So, well, can you share your screen? Let me just quickly put you through.
I'm using my phone for the class.
Oh, okay. So what I just need you to do is come back to your HTML here, right click on your HTML, then scroll down. You should see open with live server. Can you see this? Good. Now, once you can see this, click on it. It should open up a live server for you that shows a blank page, not written anything on it. Is that what you see? Is that what you see? All right, so we'll just move on. Now, as you can see, everything that we've been creating since, we have here 4.10, right? So we've created the left-hand side. The next one is what? Is to create this one that's here. So we now want to have what? About skills, work, and what? And IAME. So that means we're going to have 4 different links. So I'm going to have, my first one, I'm going to use the A tag. I'm going to call this what? About. I'm just going to come here and write about. So about. That's the first one. Second one is going to be what? Another A tag that says what? Skills. Skills. Then another A tag is going to be what? Work. Now I'm going to explain all of these things. I just need to like just follow me with what I'm doing for now. Then the last one, I'm going to have a button that says what? Hire me. So I'm going to say hire me. Now, let me explain what I just did here. What I just did is that, like I said, we have a full section, right? One section is on the left, one section is on the right. Now, looking at this particular section, it says what alex.dev. Just trying to tell you that, okay, this is what I am about. Okay, my name is what? Paul, or my name is Alex, and I am a what? A developer. Now, the right-hand side shows what? The links to the person, about the person, the skills the person possesses, the person's work, that means the project person has done, and then hire me. So people can click on this thing, on this link to hire the person. Now, that's exactly what I did here. In this place, I use a div. Now, a div tag is also known as a division tag. So let me just write it out. So a div tag is also known as what? As a division tag. Now, what do you mean by division tags? Division tags are used in what? Inputting elements in sections. You understand? So, for instance, this particular one here is in one section. This particular one here is in another section. They are all in what? In one section. Please let me know if you understand what I just explained. If you understand this, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't, please unmute and let me know.
I don't understand.
Okay. Okay, I'll explain it again. So now, as I was saying, if you look at this place, right? This particular nav bar, let me increase it. This particular nav bar here is what? Is one section. If you notice, there's a line separating this one from this one. Can you see this line here? If you can see it, give me a thumbs up. You can see that line, give me a thumbs up. So look at it. Can you see the line? Good. Now, that means this particular section is different from this section. Now, your div tag is called your division tag. It is used in what? Separating sections. Meaning that this section of this name and this link is different from this section here of this picture. So now we are first of all focused on this first section here. That's why we are using a div with a class name of what? Nav. Is that clear? If it is clear, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know everybody understands that. Okay, two people. What about you, Miss Aminat? All right. So now, as you can see that the same way you have this section different from this section, is the same way inside of this section also, right? You have this particular one separate from this one. You understand? That's why in this place, even in this section, I have to create another div, two divs. The first one is the logo that carries what? Alex.dev, and the second one is another div that carries what? The links. You understand it now? Because you have what? Two separate divisions. Now, in the first div, I have an H1. Now, your H1, your H tag. So you have your H tags. So I'm just going to come back here and just show you what I'm saying. Now, you have your H tags. Your H tags stands for your what? Your heading tags. Right? And then your heading tags, you have what? H1 to what? H6. Do you understand? You have your H1 to H6. Now, what do you mean by H1 to H6? I'm gonna break this down for you. Now, your H1 to H6. So, for instance, if you go to now let us come here. Can you see that this particular one is bold? If you notice, this text here is different from this text here. Why? Because this one is regarded as a what? As a header or a heading. So if you read blog news, you notice that certain texts are always bolder than other texts. That is what your heading tag is. So your heading tag is saying that, okay, this particular tag should be a header or a heading. So that means if it is a heading, it is what? Bold. And in HTML, you have 6 headers or heading tags. You have H1 to H6. H1 is the highest, H6 is the smallest. Now let me just give you like a representation of what I'm saying. So if I say H1, right, and I say Paul, now I want you to notice something. If I say H2 and I say Paul, also notice something. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say H3, and I'm also going to say Paul again. Similarly, I'm going to say H4, and I'm going to say what? Paul. Then I'm going to say H5, and then I'm going to say what? Paul again. Then the last one, H6, and I'm going to say Paul. I need to notice the differences between all of these tags. Now, if I open up my browser and I check it out, can you see the differences? Your H1 is big, is the biggest, followed by your H2, followed by your H3, followed by your H4, followed by your H5, and followed by your H6. That is what your heading is. Please, if this is clear, give me a thumbs up. If it is not, let me know if it is not clear. Okay, good. So it's clear to 3 people. Mr. Michael, is it clear? Please, if it is not, you can always let me know if it is not clear. Okay, so it is clear to everybody. Now, that is your heading tag. So that is why I used H1 in this place to signify that, okay, I want to use what? I want to be able to make the name very bold. That's why I use what? 4.dev. All right, so I'm going to clear this out because we don't need it. Just to explain what I wanted to do next. Now, the next one is going to be your what? Your about, skills, and your work. Now, if you notice, the tag that I used here is different from the tag that I used here. I used A tag here, and I used H tag here. Now, that's because in HTML, you have tags. Tags do specific works. Your A tag, the work that your A tag would do is different from the work that your H1 tag is going to do. Now, this is a link to your about portfolio, your skills portfolio, and your work portfolio. You understand? That's why I'm using what? A tag here. So now if you check out this thing here, you should see what? Links. So now as you can see, if you hover on it, check the bottom here in this place, you see that there's a link that appears. That's a link. You understand? Similarly, I can also link to facebook.com. So I can come here and say the A tag, and I'm going to say HTTPS. So I can say facebook.com. So if I say Facebook, right, I have automatically linked to Facebook like that. So, sorry, just a moment. Let me refresh this. Now, if I click on Facebook, as you can see, it's going to take me to what? To facebook.com, as you can see. That's a link tag. You understand it now? That is why I did not use H tag here. I used what? A tag, because they allow you to what? To link to either external pages or internal pages. Please, if this is clear, let me know. If it is not, also let me know. Okay, so it is clear to, all right, it's clear to everybody. Okay. All right, good. So we can move on. So now that is basically what your A tag is. Your A tag is like your anchor tag. Now, your button tag is like a button you press for something to happen. So if you notice, this particular IAME is different from this, meaning this is a button. Do you understand it now? So this is basically the basic portfolio. This is everything that you need to write in your HTML for this first piece, right? So we've been able to get this particular structure for HTML. Let me know if you understand this, and if you don't. But in the meantime, please go ahead and write this out and let me know, and let us move on to the next aspect. Please, do you understand it? If you understand it, let me know. If you don't,